Hey everybody, this is Melina from ScrapbookingwithME.com and Me Crafty Scrapper here on YouTube and Instagram. And today is an episode where I decorate in my scrap paper journal. I will leave the playlist where I have decorated in this before and where I put this together. It has 2 signatures in it. It is all scrap paper and cardstock from my scrap piles, and it is lovely. The only thing I think I would have changed about this is I would have rounded all of my corners. Now I still can go through here and round all of my paper corners if I want to. Most all of them I can still do that because I can get my corner rounder in there and round those corners. But that's about the only thing that I would change about this whole entire journal. I mean, y'all just look at it. It's so pretty. I love everything. I love how junky it is and mismatched and everything's in there, and it's just like, hey, look at me, world. I do not fit in probably anywhere, but this is a pretty journal. I love it. So what we have been decorating this with is with our M's Scrap Buster stuff. So and you know, anything that was a scrap buster. This was our latest M Scrap Busters, those collaged hearts. It was our 1 year M Scrap Busters. So if you've not watched that, you need to go watch that. This was one of those 12 by 12 offcuts kind of scrap buster there, pocket, and then if you add it to a page or a journal, got another pocket. I was thinking maybe one of these would be nice back here. Look how well that one goes in that page. So pretty. Let's look at these other ones. I love that one. It's beautiful, just not on that. I love that one too. Very pretty. Goes with everything, but I really like that one. So you would open it up this way. You've got a pocket here, you got a pocket here, and then I'm going to adhere it down just on 3 sides. And we're going to have a pocket there. We'll have a pocket there and a pocket there. So a 3 slot pocket. And let's adhere that in with some 1/8 inch score tape. Y'all knew what I was about to say before I even knew what I was about to say. Here is all of my little scrap buster projects, and some of the stuff I've just kind of thrown in the front, and I need to get it all organized again. I've got some page edges, and those are going to go back here, and then I've got these pockets. Got some just loose tags in there that I actually need to put in to one of my ephemera journals. Hidden paper clips on that side. Here's some pockets. That's the thing I've got the most of in this M Scrap Busters pile O stuff is pockets, and I love pockets. I love making external pockets to add internally into journals. Too cute. Alright, so 1/8 inch score tape, and let's work over here. I'm going to put those little hearts that I didn't get added to anything. I'm going to put those over to the side. Look how good that paper goes with that. Beautiful. Let's add this to our 3 sides. I'm going to come down just a touch. Don't have to have it all the way to the top if I don't want it. And I've had many people ask, don't you have problems with double-sided tape when you use it for your pockets? Nope, I've never had a problem. I've had someone say, you know, that stays sticky forever. Don't your stuff get stuck in there? I've never had a problem with that. I do have a problem with liquid glue, using that on my pockets. That stuff does not play well with me as far as pockets go. Every other anything, I love liquid glue. But when I'm adding in a pocket, my liquid glue squishes and mushes everywhere, and so therefore it gets everywhere, and then it gets into the pocket space so that when I'm trying to put something down in there, it won't go because I've got glue that has squished out. That's why I love my score tape. So I'm going to try to get this as even as possible and as straight as possible. Then I'm going to stand it up so I can see it before I put it down. And as long as you do that, it's kind of smooth sailing as far as 1/8 inch score tape goes, or any size score tape. Just kind of adhere one little corner and then get all the rest put down. Okay, so there is our back pocket. We've got that opening there, this pocket here, and then we've got space to put some more something back there. Now let's see if we've got just a little tag or something that can go down in there. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so that was one of our little index card file folders that we made not too long ago. Look at that, how scrumptious that is. Love it. Love that little piece that I'd put on the edge of it, our little tab at the top. And so that opens up and gives you quite a bit more journaling space. And we could turn it around this way and have the tab kind of sticking out, but I really like that edge with all that little yummy cluster there. So close up our pocket, and there's our back pocket on our scrap paper journal. Okay, now on this sheet here, let's just add one of our little hidden paper clips. Let's just put it up here up top, and then if we have some journal paper or something, we can put it up underneath. Ooh, that one's pretty. It's another butterfly. It goes really well because it's some of the Timmy paper too. But if we had some coffee dyed paper, we could put up underneath there. I'm just trying to get that started. It's not difficult to put on at all. See? Very easy. So there's one of our hidden paper clips. That is my most watched, most popular videos, is the very first hidden paperclip video I did. And I will have that linked at the end of this video. That is so pretty. It's got that lace on it, and then we could add some paper of some kind. Let me get some over here. So a little piece of book page, a little piece of scrap cardstock, and you can add as much or as little back behind those and have you some extra journaling space there. Lovely. Alright, let's get that closed up. Come up to the front where we added, I'm going to push this over just a little bit so we can get a little more center in frame here. Whoops, got some glue on my mat. We had that glassine pocket that we added to the front. Some of our ruffle stitched scrap paper there. We've got one of our book page pockets there. Got just a little decoration, a little cluster there on that next page. So like this page, that kind of bothers me that I don't have that corner rounded. So let's just go ahead and round that corner. All your pages don't have to have rounded corners either. So don't feel like that you've got to go through and round all of your corners, but I just feel like I need that corner rounded for whatever reason. So see, I like that. I like it a lot. Okay, so we have a very blank page right here. So let's add something there. And we have decoration on the front side of that. we could just go ahead and add some more decoration. This is those wax paper collage strips that we made. We were following one of Roxy's creations, her weekly challenge that she was doing there for a while. I like that green, but it doesn't go particularly well with that. So, ooh, I like that though. That's very pretty, that piece. So, let's get just enough to cover that. And I'm just going to lay it down. I'm going to stick it down. I am not going to make it a tuck. It's wax paper, so it's thin. So, you know, let's not make it, let's not make it even worse for its wear, since we did do it on wax paper. Let's get some liquid glue here. Got a little piece that's coming up because, you know, wax paper. It doesn't let stuff stick to it sometimes. And then I'm going to flip it over, and yes, you will be able to see liquid glue until all of this gets dry maybe, and then some of it will go away and you won't be able to see it. If not, I'm not too worried about that either. I didn't go all the way down with my glue on the top and the bottom because it's going to hang off just a little bit and give me that nice little crinkly sound whenever I turn its page. So I like that. Let's find my messy rag and get any excess glue off, because I know I got it. Oh, that's so pretty. I love that. So just a nice little decoration there on that page, and then maybe, oh, look at that. Let's see if any of these other little hearts look nice there, or one of these little tags that I cut apart. That's cute, but I think I like the hearts better. Let's see. Ooh, that one's pretty. Let's use that one. And I'm going to use my double-sided tape gun because this is thicker and it wasn't put into a cluster. So it's a little bit warped because it hasn't been glued down. So I'm just going to use that glue gun to put that down on this paper. So this page is going to be pretty well covered, but you still have plenty of room to journal there at the top. I love that. Very cute. Nice little detail on a blank, because that was a very, very blank page there. And then maybe on this one, just add some ribbon or some something just to the edge of it. I like that, and have it hang off just a touch. So let's give ourselves a little flag tip. Have it hang off here, and then come up to here and give ourselves another little fan or flag or banner bottom to that ribbon that has been in my stash forever and a day. Love that. And I'm going to add it on with some 1/8 inch score tape. This stuff's good for lots of things. Just saying. Alright, I'm not going to go to the very tip top because those are going to be hanging off. You could even put this, put 1/4 inch score tape on this because it is a little bit wider. But I'm okay with it coming up on the edges. Sorry if I'm not in frame, I'm just trying to get this on the back of this ribbon without it coming off. I was in frame just very low. Alright, and then take my backer off. And then add that to the edge of this page. And I'm okay that my ribbon's a little wonky. Because guess what? I'm a little wonky too. Most days I'm very wonky. I love that. And maybe a little charmy charm of some kind. And I'm just going to, it's on a bulb clip. Just going to kind of puncture that cardstock at the very tip top. Pull it around the corner a little bit. And clip it. So we've got a little bit of ribbon on the edge of that page, and then we've got our little charmy charm there. Love, love, love that. Okay. And then you flip it over, you've got this really wild paper here that I do want to cover up. Let's see here. And then this paper is beautiful. I love that. So maybe not cover that up too much. I love those tickets. Maybe do a belly band in the middle of this with these tickets. I like that. Okay, so I'm going to trim this here, so a little bit shorter than the actual ticket. I'm going to trim across, and then I'm going to get my little hole punch. Let's see if we can just do it with our circle punch here. A little round edge there. And a little round edge there. Yep, I'm good with that. Okay. And then add that on like a little belly band. Yeah, I got a little too short, but I'm good. Ink that I cut off. Add that back to my scrap pile. And I'm going to use my adhesive gun again. And add just at the top and bottom, and then kind of in the middle. Don't worry if you're not exactly in the middle. And then get you some paper of some kind to add in behind this little belly band. So I've got some food color dyed and salted book page. Add that right there behind that. Very pretty. And you could even add a little die cut of some kind if you wanted to, or a little ticket if you wanted to. Even add that back behind there too. Very cute. Very easy because you've already got those tickets made and you just made one into a belly band. I really want to cover up most of this. This is going to be a whopper of a journal, y'all. It's going to be thick. It's going to be Pac-Man mouth. Big time Pac-Man mouth. Okay, and even though that page is shorter, you could, if you wanted to, add something bigger to the page. So here's one of our little pretty patchwork pockets. I just think those are so cute. I'm going to add some book page, just some old book page I've got laying around here somewhere. To that, let's see about this one. Yep. And just tear some book page and see. Okay, we're going to have our pocket there. I can add that all the way and then trim that here and then trim it. I'm going to get my my tear ruler and tear that. I'm scooting that really close to the microphone, so sorry if you get some feedback. Okay, there we go. Add that to my little scrap pile and see if I need to trim that down anymore. I don't think so. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm going to ink the edges of it. So this is just book page that I got from a old book over here on my shelf. Just kind of ripping it up and then inking it up. It is an old book, but it's not too worn as far as the age of it. It was a well-kept book. And then, see, this is going to cover up some of that, and I will let that torn book page be a matte kind of on that. So that goes really well with that. And then we can add some of those little tags that we had back behind there. These patchwork pockets were so easy. I mean, you just fold over a scrap piece of paper and then add in your little bitty tiny scraps of paper there and glued back there, and then you've got all of that ready to add to your journals. Okay, and just add it in there willy-nilly. It does not have to be perfection. And then I think I will go one step further and into my vintage photo use my little script stamp. You really can't tell what it even says. And just stamp a little bit on this page too, just to give it a little bit of more dimension and kind of cover up any words that I wouldn't want on the page. So I love that. And then let's kind of ink the back side of this pocket because it's very, very white, stark white on the back side. This was a digital that, you know, was white on the inside because I printed it out on white copy paper. So see, now you can see that a little bit. I stamped there, but you're not going to be able to see it. And then I stamped it there, so I'm good. Let's give, you know, power of 3. Let's get a little bit of something going up here at the top somewhere so you can see that. There we go. And let's just go ahead and glue this down all over. We don't need another pocket on this little short page here. Turn it over, get it lined up how you want it. I want some of my paper to be seen at the bottom there, and then I might have to not go by what the book page shows because I don't think it's very, very straight as far as how I tore it. Okay, line that up there, and then add in some of these little tags back here. So we got a little bit of matchy-matchy going on there. I love that. Let's press down a little bit there because we do have a bulky journal. So when you're adding to a scrap paper journal, you're going to get a little bit of bulk. So just work with it. It'll be fine. Very cute. I like those 2 pages. Now I'm going against what I usually tell y'all to do, and that is to skip around so you don't get mundane. But I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. So I think I'll stick with this. I really like where this is going. I love that, but it's too wide. And I just used one of the hearts, so I don't need to use one of those right now. Let's put in a banner right here. A banner cluster. A smaller banner cluster too. Oh, that one goes so good. That one's pretty. Okay, I'm gonna make it a little, let's see. Yep, let's do a top tuck of some kind. It doesn't have to go all the way to the top of that page, because the top of the page is torn. Let's get some 1/8 inch score tape along the top. I'm going to just do 2 little rows. I could have gotten out my 1/4 inch score tape, but that would have taken me like, 2 seconds to do. So let's just use the 1/8 inch score tape. 1/8 inch. I'm Popeye all of a sudden. Alright, let's figure out where we want this, because I like how that's kind of up above a little bit on the page, and then you can tell that you're coming down, so it's alright to add it not in the middle of your page. And then you have this nice little tuck spot, and I'm going to add just a little bit of glue around where that ribbon is, just so it stays put. A little bit right there. And then if we have a page or a piece of copy paper, something, Melina, find something. A little bit of book page. And you could just add in your copy paper and have some extra journaling space. But that is a cute way to just add the easiest little, needs to be a bit smaller than this. Let's add, I wanted to think maybe, let's do a little fun fold maybe. Have a little fun fold, fun journaling spot. I like that. Like that, and then we can add it in that way. So something very different that you probably never saw on anybody else's channel, and you're thinking, there's a good reason why I never saw that on anybody else's channel. Is ugly. Hey, it's my journal, and I will do what I would like in it. Let's see here. This one's fun. One of my first little clusters I ever made. I had a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock out, and I just started making little clusters on that 12 by 12 cardstock. That's cute. And I will just do a little bit of adhesive on the edge here, and make it a little corner tuck. Great goodness. Oh man, how's your speech going? Oh gracious, can't even talk. Okay, so I put a few pieces. I think I will go ahead and put one good piece here, and I think that's good. Let's see how it works out. Let's take our backing off and add that little tunk down there. Our corner tunk. Here we go, corner tunk. Good job. You look beautiful. Some little cards like these, just some offcuts, little fussy cuts out of your collections. Look at that, how cute. You could even add those behind the little banner here, and that could be held up there, and add your paper back here along with a little die cut. Lovely. Just still not happy with how that looks. back behind that banner. So I'll find something else to go back behind that. But as of right now, that's a really cute decoration. I might end up just going ahead and gluing that all down just for decoration on that page. And this is another page that I would like to trim my corner around these. This arrow paper that's not, you know, a common little theme in junk journals, but it is very cute with that cluster on there, that little tuck, and those little pieces back behind there from the that is the, oh gracious, Blue Fern collection, Bird Waltz. I just had those little cut aparts left over. Those are very cute. Now, the back of this page definitely needs to be completely covered. So it would be nice if I had something that would completely cover it. Well, now I say that. Look how pretty that is. I love that. It's got some of the same colors in it. These are those peekaboo journaling cards. And, I mean, it's red on the back. I wouldn't be able to do much journaling on that. I think what I'm going to do is take another drink of my coffee. That has already gotten cold. I'm going to use my vintage photo. If you're making a paper scraps journal, you know, you never know what is going to be in the journal because you're using what's in your scraps. And sometimes you're going to come across a wild piece that you would normally never use in anything. So I've tamed it down just a little bit with that vintage photo. Then I could, let's unwrap this, give me a little bit of book page back behind here, and I am good with that wording going sideways. Not too worried about that at all because it's going to mostly be covered up anyway with a pocket. So if I add it up at the top somewhere, or not a pocket but a journal card, and then I'm going to put a piece of something, just scrap, down here, and I'm going to make this journal card that goes in a pocket. So I'm just kind of roughly measuring. I don't want to go all the way to the edge. This journal card is thin enough or narrow enough that it will go in a pocket on this page that's not all the way to both edges. And I don't want it too awfully tall, but I don't want it short either. So let's see how that looks. And then I still think we'll be able to get it in there. Let's round the corners on all sides. Okay, and I'm going to ink the edges. Even though this is very dark, you won't be able to see much of the inking, but if there's any white core showing through. Okay, I'm going to get my 1/8 inch score tape, surprise surprise, and I'm going to put it on my two sides, and yep, that's top, so I'm going to put it there just as close to the edge as possible, and then at the bottom, and then adhere that in. And even if this journal card is too wide, once I put that in there like that, I can find another one. But I do want to put in some book page at the top to kind of cover that really well. Ooh, I like how that tore off. And think I'll just go traditional and straight up and down instead of at an angle or to the side. Because that did kind of bother me a little bit that the words were going sideways. Okay, kind of rough it up on the edges and add it in with my double-sided tape runner because I abhor how liquid glue looks on the back of book page. So let's add it like that, and then kind of pop up that pocket and add it back behind there, kind of rip that off, and we can ink a little bit of that we had to rip off. Very good. Well. Yep, and that one, nope, it fits fine. Look at there. Well, now, we just Macgyvered that page, I'm just telling you. That is a Macgyver job if I ever seen one. Lovely. Now, let's find a little something to decorate that page. All my stuff that's in here is kind of moving up against each other, so that's the waka 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 you hear in the background. Those bigger hearts that we did not too long ago out of Collage book page. Those are pretty. And this is me to a T. Never ordinary. That is for sure. Ooh, I like that. Let's add that on there. I love having little Ziploc bags in there. Paper bags would work too. If you could see through them, of course, then you could reuse them. I know some don't like to use plastic, and that's fine. Just use what works for you. But the little resealable plastic bags works really well for me in my Scrap Busters box. I'm going to add just a little bit of liquid glue to the edges where I didn't get tape runner. And that just works, y'all. I love that. Let's go up just a touch. And then add that in there. I'm going to press down really hard with the palm of my hand and get that on there right real. Oh, so pretty. One of my favorite pages, and it was on that icky too bright orange, burnt orange paper. Okay, what are we looking at time-wise? Yep. That is all I'm going to do today in the paper scraps journal. And that's what we've got done so far in the front, what we did today, and then that's another piece that we did in one of the other ones. But this has been one of the most requested videos that I make. I get asked each week, when are you going to decorate again in your paper scraps journal? Well, here you go. Here's another one. And I love doing this. I just think this video, or these videos, are so simple that I would be boring you, but I mean, I'm chatty through it, and y'all stick with me and you keep requesting it, so obviously you really like them. So I'm going to keep decorating in our paper scraps journal, and I love that little dolly. We did that one day. Very cute. And there's a tag page. And just getting to all the stuff that we've done so far. There's another one of those double pockets with the vellum. And What else, Melina? What else have you done in this? Oh, there's another hidden paper clip. Oh, that's the one we did earlier. There's that, and then we put that pocket in the very back. So there is some more decorating in our paper scraps journal. I hope you enjoyed this video, and look for me to be doing more in this one because I am getting requests, and we will continue to decorate and use our Scrapbusters projects in this journal. I'm loving how this is turning out, and it's got lots and lots and lots of scraps in it, and it is eventually going to have some kind of closure, but we are going to have Pac-Man mouth, so the closure might need to be like an eyelet and an eyelet and then a chain here or ribbon here, and it just to be, you know, kind of like that, because it's never going to be flat. And that's what I love about it. It's a chunky monkey, that's for sure. Look at there. Y'all have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. God bless. Bye, y'all.